When Steven Spielberg, no less, decided to make a movie based on a book by a novice author, our Brook Silva-Braga just had to find out why.
There we go.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ernest Cline's life looks like something out of a certain kind of 80s movie.
I've been waiting like a week to do this.
The implausible kind.
Say hello, Kit.
I'm afraid I don't understand your point.
Where a geeky hero gets to live out his wildest dreams.
Pull it down with the strap, and then you push down like that.
The car, of course, was immortalized in Back to the Future.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
A film and a concept Ernest Cline has thought a lot about.
If I traveled back in time to talk to my younger self, he wouldn't believe any of this.
No, who would?
I have a hard time believing it now.
And who can blame him? In 2011, Cline's debut novel, Ready Player One, became a bestseller. And now he's just finished work on the movie version, alongside none other than director Steven Spielberg. Cline's main qualification for the job was, well, being a big fan of Steven Spielberg movies.
See, it's official Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
it's got the thing, right?
Yeah, so.
When you started Ready Player One, how much fiction had you even published?
I had not. Ready Player One is my first published work.
Something in a literary magazine?
Nothing.
Short story?
Nothing.
You were just going out, giving it a try.
Ready Player One envisions a dark future in which people spend most of their time plugged into a virtual online world. The plot involves a high-stakes scavenger hunt. The clues come from 1980s pop culture.
This is great.
Promotion of the film has taken over the real world,
There's so much stuff in here I want to steal.
including a massive interactive exhibit in Cline's hometown of Austin, Texas.
So these are the stacked trailers from the book.
Well, I grew up in a trailer park, and living in a trailer park feels not great. So I imagine, like in the future, like what would be worse than a trailer park?
Cline and his brother Eric were raised in rural Ohio by a mix of their grandparents and an Atari console. A love for Star Wars fed dreams of working in the movies, but for years the closest Ernie came was a job as a video store clerk. When writing screenplays didn't quite work out, he started a novel. 9 years later, with a baby daughter to support, Cline sent the book to publishers.
And then the very next day, we had sold the rights to Ready Player One for more money than I ever imagined I would make, or anyone in my family had ever made. My whole life had just changed in that first 24 hours. And then they said, oh, by the way, now there's a bidding war going on in Hollywood for the film rights.
Why do you think it would make a good movie?
Well, because it was a great adventure. I wanted to make the movie because I hadn't made an adventure film like this, my God, for decades.
When Steven Spielberg signed on to direct, Cline, the ultimate fanboy, became his collaborator.
So he's an authority on popular culture. And when we made the movie, we kept going back to Ernie just to pick his brain.
Was he able to play it cool around you?
Yeah, I think he was hanging on a little bit.
Even now, just talking to him, I'll hang up the phone, having a conversation with him. Just talk to Steven Spielberg. It never goes away, because he was such a giant figure in my childhood.
You have Steven Spielberg's number in your phone.
No, he calls me. I don't.
Oh, does he block it? Does he block the number?
I'm sure I can. I can get a hold of him if I need to, but he doesn't hand out that number. All right, here we go.
Success has given Ernie bigger toys.
Now he's an action figure.
But it's love for the little ones that got him here. To make the point, he brought out the Atari console he got for Christmas in 1978 and started playing a game called Adventure.
It was the first virtual reality game that I ever played.
Very virtual.
In the flashing, fuzzy pixels, young Ernie found a secret room in the game where the designer had hidden his name.
And that was just a profound moment.
Years later, that moment gave Cline the idea for a virtual scavenger hunt, the plot of Ready Player One.
Are you willing to fight?
It's a story about someone trying to use their love and knowledge of 80s pop culture to achieve fame and fortune. And you're the person who did that.
I know. I feel like I am a testament to what happens if you be free about what you love and why you love it, and not afraid or worried about what other people will think about your love or your passions. Just be bold and celebrate the things that you're passionate about, and amazing things can happen.